Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, here is the video walkthrough tutorial of how to make the light boxes, the lamps, or whatever. Alright, so as you can see up here, I have went onto Google and I have typed in cartoon characters black and white. Alright, and I have scrolled down and let's right here, Tweety Bird. Alright, so this is going to be the one that we're going to do. So what we want to do is we want this picture. Alright, so, and how I do it is I screenshot it. I take a screenshot of the picture I want. You can save it, you can copy it, you can do whatever you want with it, alright? So, once you have that screenshot, you want to go to remove.bg right here. Remove.bg. And this is going to remove your background of the picture. See how it's white? Now there's no background. You are going to download that picture. And after you have downloaded that, you are wanting to go to vectorize.ai. And you will want to take that background picture that you removed, the removed background picture that you downloaded, and upload it to here. Now, and I will tell you why. So if we zoom in, you see over here on the original side, up here, see your line right here, how it's all blurry and pixelated? And over here on the right side, see how it's nice, clean, and crisp? That's what you want. Now, let's zoom back out. Let's hit download. Now, over where it says file format, you want SVG. Don't worry about anything else. Download that. Now, once you have done all that, open up FUSION360. First thing on Fusion, you want to make a sketch. You want to size out your build plate. So, and what I do is I do a build plate of 220 by 220. That way people with Ender 3s can print this also. And I know that it will fit on mine, it will fit on someone else's as well. And what I like to do is I just like to go back and just delete these little extra lines that's inside it. So we'll go in here. Now that we have our 220 by our 220, we can hit finish sketch. Now, this is where we want to add our picture. We want to go up to insert, insert SVG, insert from my computer, wherever you have it saved at. That's where it's going to be. Now that you have it selected, it wants you to select a plane or an option. If you do it right here where that box is grayed, it's going to have you place it on that box. Let's not do that. Let's click off of that and make sure that little tiny square right here, that yellow one, turns blue. Then you click OK. Now, it's upside down and possibly backwards, whatever direction you want it to be. Now, we can move it and size it up. Alright. Now, Hit OK. Now we can go over to our little timeline, get rid of that build plate. So now what we can do is we can go right over to here to offset, zoom in, and select our very outside line, and do, it's going inside the picture, so we want to go on the outside, so -4. Alright, so this is a personal preference type thing. With this, how it has the hairs, you can have this opened, or you can close it up by going and deleting these lines, like so. Delete. I'm only going to delete a select couple of them so I can show you. So once you have those lines deleted, you can go in. Oh, I don't want to go over that one. And hit this one, and then that one, or not that one. Oh no, we don't want that. You can go in and box it off yourself, and I mean, you can do things whatever you want to do with it. And then if you have an issue like that, you can just go to trim, fill it, close it up, and then it's box it off. Which I think we might actually do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and make that a little bit better. Alright, so we got delete that. Let's go ahead and delete these lines. And we kept our two ones right here, right? Alright, so we can go up to line, and we'll bring that one about right up here, there, and there. And now there's another one that is actually pretty good. It's this one right here. It's a blend curve. See how it just curves right around? Bam! Add that right into there. And then we can add a fillet right there, and a fillet right there, and then make it nice and round, and then let's go and add a fillet here and a fillet there. Alright, see how I got lines right there that I don't want? I'm just go right up to these scissors, the trim tool, and trim it, bam. There we go. Alright. So that looks pretty good to me. Now we want to go back to the offset and hit the outside line again and do 2. And see how it's touching that line. So it's a little close. So we're going to do 1.75. We're going to get it away from that line. Make sure it's not touching anywhere else. See how it's not connected? It's because we got rid of those lines, but we can fix that. Easy. Hit OK. You remember that blend curve right there? Select, right there. Adds it right onto it. Not touching, not touching, not touching. Alright. Now that we have that done, we can hit finish sketch. Alright, so now we want to right click our mouse, select the entire thing, go up to extrude, and we want to do 1 millimeter. Hit OK. And if you don't know, go right up to here, document settings, hit the little arrow right there, hit the little piece of paper, and it'll let you change it. Centimeters, millimeters, meter, inch, foot, whatever unit that you work with. I work with millimeters right there. And that's how you change that. So now we have the face of our box. Now select it. Select it and move. Make sure it selects the body. You want to make a copy of this, because the copy will be our back plate. Let's move it over -200. Remember that, -200. This is the one that has our face. This is the back plate. So we are going to go right up to here, body 2, and we will name it back plate. And I will take this picture of Tweety Bird and I will add it to part of the file. That way you can have the same exact picture that I'm working with. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and just make the back plate go away for the time being. Now, first thing I like to do is I like to work on the outside first and make my way in. You know what? We have to add another offset line. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and double click onto it, and you'll see why. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add an offset line in between these two right here. So we'll click that, and we'll just keep it right there, 1 millimeter. Perfect. That's great. Go right over to here. Don't forget about this right there. Finish sketch. Alright, now, because this is going to come in effect with our back plate, and I'll show you here in a second. So, working from the outside to the inside with the picture. So, start with the outside part first, and we're going to extrude it. And what I like to do is I like to work with 20 to 25 millimeters, depending on the picture. And we're going to make sure that turns to join. Hit OK. Alright, so now we can turn this thing around and see that there is no inside walls inside of it. It's just an empty, let's call it a a lid. Now, remember that offset I just had you go back and add into? That's where this is going to come into. Right here. That one right there. The second one in. It travels all the way around. Same thing. We're going to extrude it, but this time we're going to do 2 millimeters under what we just did previously. So I did 20. Now I'm going to do 18. And I'm going to do join. Now, if we turn our box around and we look at it, see how there is a lip right here? This is so the back plate, whenever we put it on there, it will have something to sit on right here and right here. It's like a lid. Putting it together. I mean, that's, I don't know any other way to explain it. But anyways. Now, this one right here is part of the box. So, what we can do is we can hit the letter A on our keyboard. Or let's close that out. Make sure we don't have nothing selected. Hit A. And we'll go to, let's just make it black. It'll stand out better. And color the whole thing black right now. Now, you can see the picture better. Now, take the biggest part first, highlight it. That's Tweety Bird's face, right? Extrude. Letter E, or you can go right up to here. And we're just going to do one. It's going to cut it away. One millimeter. Cut it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and extrude that selection again. 1 millimeter again. But this time we're going to do new body. Now, what I like to do every step is I like to turn it around to the back of the box. Hit letter A on your keyboard. Find your color that you want to do and paint it. That way you know you have done that selected part. And the reason why we turn our box around, do it this way, because it is easier to select it from this side than versus this side because of your sketch. Because you have your sketch turned on, it's trying to dictate to pick from sketch versus the new body that you just made. So now we can go in to the eyes. So, so that right there will be white. Or no, that will be white. And that one will be white. So we'll go ahead and hold shift. Select that, select that. Not the line, but the selected part. Extrude. Same thing. One, it'll cut it away. Then we go back, hold select. Hold shift and select both parts again and hit E for extrude, and we're going to do 1 millimeter again. And also, again, do not forget to make sure that you change it to new body. Because if you do not change it to new body, it will not work. Go find your white, paint it, close that out. What color is Tweety Bird's beak? Shit, I don't know. I haven't watched cartoons and sorry, my typing is horrible. I will tell you. All right, so blue and white. Okay, so yeah, I was wrong. All right, so we'll go back, select or letter A, and we'll do blue, blue. Y'all probably like, man, this guy can't spell. All right, but anyways, we'll go back to the front of our box. All right, now we will select, hold shift, select this one, hold shift, select that one, do the same process. E1, okay. Same thing. So hold shift, select it. E1, new body, okay. Now go to the back of the box. Letter A, use your white, close that out. Alright, now the beak, and we're pretty much almost done. I mean, this was a pretty simple one. So hold shift, select, E1, cut that away, select, and hold shift, hit your letter E, do 1 millimeter again. See how it's always changing it to wanting to join it? It's wanting to join these two pieces back to that piece again. That's why we have to change it to new body. That way we can paint it a different color. And whenever you bring it into your slicer, if you don't have it set as a new body, it's not going to tell you, get rid of your sketch right here. See, there we go. Look at that. Now, the hair would be the issue. Now, let's bring sketch back. Another issue. Alright, easy fix. Easy fix. One more little offset. So, alright, so what I just did is I just went back to our sketch, double clicked it, offset the very outside line again, and this time I'm going to do it -1, and this right here will do an outline around the hair. I don't know how that would work. Finish sketch. But actually, it's on the very face of the box, so it should work, actually. Then we'll zoom in, select it. Make sure you select your top pieces up here, too, because it's on the face of the box. Because if you're printing with a Bambu and the AMS, your white's going to go down first, and then black is going to go on top of it for the lip. So make sure you hold your shift. Now we can hit E again, 1 millimeter, cut it away. Make sure you go right here again, E, hold shift, select them, hold shift, select that, E, 1 millimeter, new body. Okay, now let's get rid of that. Now here's the fun part. We got rid of our sketch so we can do it on the front of the box. Now we have our Sweetie Bird. Bow, bow, now. Alright, now. And you can go through and you can name all these whatever you want to keep track. I usually do that whenever I get more complex pictures. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our back plates. Now remember, whenever we moved it over, what did we move it over from? I think it was 250. So we're going to hit the letter M or go up here, move, and we're going to bring it back over. 250, I believe. Oh, no, I was wrong. 200. Yeah, 200. Alright. So now, it's on the front of our box. Now, and we extruded what? 20 millimeters? Yep, 20. But now, what I want to do is I only want to bring, and our inside lip is only at 18. So I want to bring it up to 18 right there. Hit OK. Now, see how it's not, let's see, our back plate's right here, our box is right here. See how it's not going up all the way, but our back plate is coming all the way out? It's going to cover this spot, but we got to extrude it up. So we have 2, let's go up 3. Oh, God. Let's fix that real quick. Now, let's get rid of that. Right here. Alright, see now? What is going on with my... Sometimes this thing, it just pivots on the... There we go. Let's go 3. Cancel, because we don't want it to do it right now. So we want to move it away from here so it doesn't join on it. Let's move it away. Now we can extrude 3. Join it. Now let's fix this. That's bugging me a little bit. Now, sorry, I have to work with my hidden edges. I work better with that. So that line right there is our lip. This is our box. So we're going to move our box back down, and we just moved it away 5. So if we bring it down back to 5, it should be lined up perfect with it. Yes, it is. And that gives us 1 millimeter from the back of the box as well, and 2 on the inside of the box. Now we move it. Now we're going to go right up to combine, and we are going to hit our target body is our back plate. We're going to do the operation cut. we are going to keep tools, and our tool body is our Tweety Bird body. Alright. See how it turns it red? Now what it's going to do, it's going to cut the inside lip off of that back plate. Now we hit OK. Now the letter M, move the back plate up a little bit. Oh, I selected all of it. Let's get off that. The letter M, back plate, 100, move it up out of the way. I usually just work with 100 or 200. It's easier to remember that. So now what we got to do, we got to offset this. That way your lid will fit inside that lip. So now we go up to, but first let's color the lid back to the gray version. Back to the gray, back to the gray. Where'd you got? There we go. Back to the gray. It's easier to work with gray. Easier to see. Now, modify, go down to offset face. Alright, so now, all these lines, all these little sections, you want to select every single one of them. Because if you don't, and you miss one, it's not going to fit right. It won't fit. It will be off somewhere. So once you have selected all of them, just go back and do a final look at it to make sure you have selected all of it. I've selected all of it. Now I want to do a negative 0.25. My Bambu Labs P1P is dialed in, and it can do a tolerance or a clearance of negative 0.10, and I personally do the negative 0.25 because I know a majority of people have their printers dialed in to this up to a negative 0.20 clearance or tolerance, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's a clearance because it has to clear each other. But this is a safe thing. But if you're not for sure, go with the 0.30, but make sure you do it negative. That way it makes it smaller, and that it will fit. So now we have that. Now you are going to need an opening for your power cord for your LED light. Alright, so let's bring it around to the back. Just right click onto that and go down to isolate. And that gets rid of the main body. So now, what I like to do is I like to create a sketch on the inside of the back plate. And I like to find a spot See how the lines of the grid is lined up? Like right here. This is a good line right here. I like to do it like this. Just go from this side. Find the middle of this line. And whenever that, you can go down. And whenever it pops up like that, that's the middle of the line that you just created. And I like to go up 5 millimeters. Because we're going to make a hole of... Oh, no, I didn't do the... I got to make that the middle of the line right there. When it pops up with that triangle, that's the middle of your line. Go up 5 millimeters. Now you can finish your sketch. Go up to your hole. First one, first one, first one. Hit that top of that line. 4 millimeters, 4 millimeters. Okay. Now we have the hole for your power cord, for your lights to run through. Now we can go back to the back plate, right click it on your mouse, go back to unisolate. Now we can go right here. Actually, matter of fact, go back to isolate. Now we're done. You can go right over to export. TWEE Tweety Bird Nerd Bird Lightbox. Me, I do the export in STL files and M or a 3MF file as well. So save it to wherever you got your. Save it to wherever you want it at. Oh, that's the back panel, so I'm going to have to go back and do that again. So, back panel. I am connected to the internet. What are you talking about? Cancel. Alright, so I guess my internet might be out. But TWE Tweety, I have to check on that. Tweety BR Bird back panel. 3MF file. Export. Now we can go back here, right click, unisolate, then you want to get rid of the back panel, and then that way, because if you have both of them on the screen, it's going to export both of them, and you want them to be exported separately. MF export. Now, now what you do is you go down to that. Alright, so now it's saved. or exported. And open up your Bambu slicer. New project. Do I have the colors? Oh, we can change it. Light box, Tweety Bird. Then you are main body. Load it. Hit yes. Dun, 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 dun. Now, make that black, yellow, orange, and we'll keep the blue. Oh, and we need white for the outline. Alright, so now go right over here. I don't know why the backplate's showing up on there, but it shouldn't. Well, oh, never mind. That's part of the... Never mind. Alright. So what you can do is you can go through and you can click on each individual one like this right here. Or not that one, but that right there. And that's an eyebrow. Just change the color of it. And you can see what it is. Be the easiest way to do it. So just pick one random one. Be the easiest way. See, we want that one to be blue too, I believe. Yeah. That one to be white. And we want that to be white. That can stay black. That's the outline to the lips. This is why we name it. See, there we go. Now we want this one white. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm guessing this one would be orange. No. I had to skip one somewhere. Where? There we go. There's the lips. $13. Alright. Let's change that back to black. Body 13. Body 1. It's just not. This is why we name the files, but I didn't do that. For the video. Try to speed it up, and now I'm paying for it. There we go. Now we can change that to black. Now we can change that back to, shit, which one was that? Oh, the hair too. Where's the hair? Oh no. No, there's another outline that's supposed to be. That's supposed to be black. And then that's white. I got those two mixed up. Black. White. There we go. Okay, so now. Sorry about that. Alright, now that we have that, as you can see, it's in there. Back. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. If you made it this far, pretty sure you've printed before. You know the steps. You don't want to print it this way. And I've had people tell me that I need to make sure I print it face down, blah, 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 and all this and that. Of course, you know that as well. The lip is right there. And you'll be good to go. I hope this video helped you. And me, I usually print at the Fine or the Ultima 16 millimeter layer height or the 12. That's what my printer runs best at. Hope you enjoy the video. I want to see what y'all make. Enjoy.